Wow, that's quiet. Hello, everyone. All right, I'm just turning up my TV so that I'll be able to actually hear the game. And we are ready to go. Hello. Hope you're all doing well. It is Monday, and I've had a nice weekend that went by too quickly, as I'm sure plenty of other people did. And if I remember correctly, the last time I played this, I was stuck. Now, I haven't looked anything up or anything strange like that. Wait, is my autosave? No. Haven't looked anything up, but have kind of forgot what we were up to. I vaguely remember, I think we had 3 psych locks to figure out, if I recall correctly. And I don't really know who to talk with about it, I guess. But it's coming back to me. I'm vaguely remembering that I think we need to somehow prove that Trucy's mother was killed because of a trick, I think. And I think I've already examined this before, so I'm not going to repeat it. Eagles. That's supposed to be an eagle? I'm not sure I see it. That signature, we've looked at that previously. We've opened that up before. Trucy, favorite trick, Mr. Hat. We've opened this diary up at least once. I'm just double checking all of our evidence because I figure that I was very stumped before. We didn't really examine this, right? But there wasn't really a need to. Valent used this myth at the time of death, washed it and left the scene, which is why it shows no sense of use. Tumor with no hope of recovery. The handwritten page. Okay, so that's all the evidence. Alright, can I present this to him? This woman is Trucy's mother, yes? She said her mother was gone. And it is so. What more is there to say? Last of Grammary, my name is Grammy's only daughter. I either gotta need some more evidence, clearly. Okay. Okay, he doesn't care. I think I left off on this guy because I think, theoretically, maybe he's the one we can get next. Let's see. Okay, they competed before with their poker cards. And he lost. You see man's true nature. They talk about Trucy's power. Okay. She sent some signals. Okay, I pressed the wrong button. We were supposed to use the Magatama. Grammary. Okay. Okay. Secret. Let's try to figure this out. He's only got 3. We should maybe be able to do it. Okay, I have to know more about this power of Trucy's. It's like she can see right in people's mind. The first time I saw her do it, blew my mind. Trucy does because it comes from her mother. Plus it's missing. I think I know why you don't want to talk about her. This... Sorry, it has been a little bit. There you were a team. Used to practice. Doing all the shooting and stuff. She lost her life during a rehearsal. It was an accident. Okay. Or like it's just like the one you're being accused of. The one with the power left is Trucy. But he says he doesn't know. And we know it's Apollo. He's an attorney. Okay, what should we make of it? You can show me pictures of strange boys all you like, but you would say something like, I'm this boy. There's a link between this boy and Thalassa. It's more of a ring. Okay, so I'm pretty sure they must be talking about the bracelet. Does anyone have a bracelet in these pictures? Wait. What about... Hold on. Does she have it in this? Let's see. There's a shiny bit. Wait, is it? I can't tell. Is it right there? The bracelet? Come on. No? Okay. So I guess it wasn't in the picture. I thought I saw it. This obviously won't have anything in it. Right? And this one doesn't show it either. And Magnificamry doesn't have one, right? No, we just looked. So it's not this. There's also nothing for me to examine either. Okay. So until I have some way to point out Apollo's bracelet, I don't think I can do this. So how do I unlock another past option? Is it... Yeah, I'll save here. Can we get through the detention center? We talked to him plenty about stuff. Can I present this to him? No. He wants to make it float. Not that. What about this? Sorry, I'm fishing for stuff. Well, what Trucy's locket? No. Could I... Would her hat do anything? No. We have to be able to get somewhere with one of these two, because what's-his-face doesn't have any openings. So... Test someone to take a life. Flashing is danger. And the danger is the gun. This we know. We can get down pretty far. Okay. Talking about an accident. Bum bum bum. Someone got hurt, and he's like, "Oh yeah, who?" This shows who it was. It's the stamp, because that shows them together. Wait, what? Wait, what? Whoa, wait, what? What did I just present the wrong thing by accident? I just presented the stamp, right? Is it the locket? Okay, it's the locket. Sorry, I could have sworn I did the stamp before. And Alakazog. Okay. Oh, it's this one. Sorry. My bad, I got confused. No, this is the one I don't know. There's one thing you're failing to address. What's that? To the world itself, and if our leader manipulates his own cries, you hide anything you wish to ease. But then you would have committed a crime, making him an accomplice. If one of the troop members died in an accident, might not be forwarded up. His innocence would come into question. How Thalassa's death could affect Zack and Valen's relationship with Magnifi. Oh wait. Wait. What if Thalassa is supposed to be his heir? With evidence? Or maybe it's supposed to be... I'm in the past, right? So I don't even know if this theoretically works. But it's the transfer rights, maybe? No? Oh, okay. Alright. Give up your dreams. No. I don't have the real page, huh? Okay, how about with a person instead? The accident until death is expired, tied both your hands. And he hopes to power you because of her. No, okay. I guess that doesn't make a ton of sense. It's also tiger count. Because he had a hidden son? Like, I don't... That bit I don't get. No, okay. Alright. Alright, fine. Lost excellent tiger hands completely. Maybe they didn't know who did it. Oh. Okay, I must be missing something. Okay, so if it's not this, and we can't actually do the Magatama yet for what's his face. Is there more information we can get out of him, perhaps? I examined everything. We talked to him about a number of things. Could I present things to him that were interesting? Like things that have to do with his mother? Or with Trucy's mother, rather. You know, well, he gave me this, he doesn't care. The locket doesn't matter either. Amazing Mr. Hat. He really doesn't care about these things at all. And this is the present. I don't think any of these things are like... No. The reason for murder. You can't. There's nothing to do here. I mean, maybe Shady is more willing to talk here than he was before about things. Like the forged stuff. Or the malignant tumor. Any information about that? The guns are the guns. Come on, you don't even want to talk about your daughter's amazing trick? He really doesn't have anything else to say. We'll protect by this document. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. The rights, right? Oh no, I don't want to see this again. Sorry. That's too long of a bit. So transfer the rights. I only had that red letter. So if it's not presenting. Who would we find this from? I mean, honestly, I do feel like you can see like her hair clamp, or what do you want to call it, for braids. It's not really the same thing. How do we unlock these? Let's go back here for a second. I want to see if is there anything that I failed to examine? Oh, well, Charlie, I guess. Yep. Hi, Charlie. I think it's more the occasional wiring too, I guess. Yes. This is a true statement. Thank you. Went to the movie the other day. Cried my eyes out. Just thinking about it makes me tear up. Should show it to her when she's a little older. Wait, what was it called again? I don't know, probably the Steel Samurai. Fine. This is probably nothing interesting. So. Who do I need to talk to? I feel like I must have missed a clue, but like... But where? Like, Meekums isn't going to be helpful. Like, that's just not going to do anything. Did I miss something in the studio? Okay. Maybe you to talk to. We did this already. Bad people, good people. Can I talk to him again? Yeah, okay. This is the nail thing. Don't like that face. Oh man, let's bother Valiant. Let's play guessing game with you. this relatively quickly. You know, up to the point where I don't know. Proof of danger. You use guns, dumbass. Who do you claim a shot? This is when I messed up earlier. No, but yeah. Sorry, that was me spamming the button and pressing too fast. This is the pocket. I like the Zag. See, we've presented Trucy, we've presented Magnifi before, right? We presented the Dolphins. Maybe one of the magicians? Like, why wouldn't he be able to blah blah blah. Okay. There's one thing you're planning to address. Okay. If our leader Magnet was implied you could hide anything you wish with ease. With the crime making him an accomplice. Okay, if one of the troop members died in an accident and Magnifi covered it up, his innocence would come into question. How can you possibly prove one down with the person? I'm gonna guess it's with the person. The accidental death of Zach's wife. Type of your hands proves why. That's much power to you. So it's not Trucy. It's not Magnifi. It's not Barra. Is it one of the three magicians? Like Zach, Valiant, or Thalassa? Thalassa's accent tied your hand completely. It was Zach's wife, Magnifi's daughter. Maybe... Actually, like, maybe it's this. If we're, like, arguing for the case that, like, Magnifi kind of has an alibi... Well, not really an alibi, but, like, as far as, like, who would get the short end of the stick if this were to go to court or to get investigated, right? Magnifi has no motive, it's his own daughter. Zach has no motive, it's his wife. Valiant has no motive, or rather, he doesn't have a reason not to do it like that. And you could say it's like, oh, he was jealous or something, and then pin everything on him. Is it that? That's fucking what the hell? That is obtuse. It wasn't a question of who shot Thalassa. Thalassa herself was the problem. What do you mean? She was Zach Grammy's wife, Trucy's mother, and Magnifi Grammy's only daughter. Ugh. There was a terrible accident, and the two of you killed your mentor's only daughter. If that wasn't the key to Magnifi's power over you, I don't know what was. Okay, maybe it's not the angle that I thought it was. It was an accident! There's no proof. None at all! But Thalassa went missing, and your mentor blackmailed both his disciples. It doesn't take a genius to put one and one together. Ours was a complex family. You mean Troop Grammary? The master, Magnifi Grammary, his only daughter, and his two disciples. That does sound like a recipe for disaster, doesn't it? Do not be tempted into faulty flights of fancy. Yes, there was an accident. But that is all it was. An accident. Zack and Valent's tour de force. The guns blaze, the bullets fly, straight towards that beautiful body on stage. And then crash, zing, pow, into everything but her. Now, that is magic. It happened one day when we were practicing. Same trick, with a new twist. And tragedy. But as for whose bullet stole the Lassa's life, we shall never know the answer. The Lassa disappeared from our lives, and Zack was bereft of his wife. Trucy lost her mother, and Magnifi his only daughter. Sorry, I added an extra word there. And that led to blackmail, I take it. It is all part and parcel of the darkness that comes when the curtain falls. Why did Magnifi Grammary try to cover up the accident? It was his own daughter who died. All I can say is, it was a critical time for Troop Grammary. A passing of the torch from Magnifi to Zack and Valent. We all sacrificed so that it might be a success. The Lassa's death was the greatest sacrifice of all. Yet, even when her life was extinguished, her presence was not. What do you mean? In time, we, myself and Zack, found we could no longer oppose Magnifi's wishes. Magnifi forced us to perform his art, for his benefit. I see. I guess I can understand. I mean, he did lose his only daughter. But do not find cowardice in his actions. Huh? To decide to hide the truth of your own daughter's death is one thing. But then to hang that death as a guillotine above our heads. Things were dark behind the scenes in Troop Grammary. That's for sure. Does Trucy know? She was not told, naturally. Who would want to know that their father might have taken their mother's life? True. I had not thought of that accident for a very long time. I'm sorry to dredge up old memories, but this has helped a lot. Not to find Magnifi's slayer, I should think. True. After that accident, there was one who came sniffing, quite persistently. A reporter? He called himself a newsman. This time I was going to be Mint Boy. Often I spied him lurking about the dressing room, doing his research. Would you happen to remember his name? What was his name? Sorry, I have forgotten. But in the course of his interviewing, he became quite close to my partner, Zack. I liked him not. I see. His name, I do not recall, but his scent, the cloying aroma of mint. Yes, whenever he smiled, which was far too often. I see. Thanks for the help. Sorry, I thought that sentence was going somewhere, which is why I said it that way. It does no good to interfere with the past, Mr. Wright. You will not uncover answers, only wounds. I'm sorry. I began to notice the dark curtain hanging over Troop Grammary, and I began to realize what I had to do. I had to protect Trucy from that darkness. The reporter he had mentioned, the newsman. I never learned who that was at the time. But I've got a pretty good idea who it is now. That smile, the sickly sweet smell of mint. The last floss thin thread connecting Zack Grammary to this world. Sooner or later, I'd have to track him down. I bet you that's going to be the next present thing. Studio and Sunshine Coliseum. Oh, I wonder where he is. Let's go with Sunshine Coliseum first, since we're on it. Well, this is a blast from the distant past. Long time no see, Mr. Valent. 7 years has it been. Frankly, I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Actually, I came back because there's something I want to ask you. I've spoken with Russ. I have nothing more to say. I've spoken to a lot of people myself and come to some conclusions. But then I realized I needed to hear from you. I have walked a difficult road these past 7 years. Because you couldn't perform my nephew's repertoire? Do not be deceived. Valiant skill is the real deal. I do not require my mentor's hand-me-downs. No, it was my partner who slowed me on my way. Zach Gramery. His rather well-performed disappearing act 7 years ago was the end. Or so I thought. Zach Gramery murdered our mentor and fled to escape punishment for his crime. You said something to that effect 7 years ago, didn't you? I remember it as if it were only yesterday. Yet that was not the way of it in the end. For while he vanished, the suspicions upon my own person never did. His partner Zach vanished to protect him. That's what those thieving magpies of a press said. I had no idea. Yet that very same press comes to me now, feigning interest. They cover the greatest magic show in history as if it were a vaudevillian distraction. Right? Vaudevillian? Vaudevillian. And here must I stand, smiling at them all. What am I if not a player in some fiendish farce? Might I suggest this because you never made it clear what happened? My nephew's death is still a mystery to this day. Which is why I came here to get the answer from you. Oh, you only has 2. I knew I'd be seeing these sooner or later. The audience has no business stepping upon the stage. They must be content to sit and stare at the spotlight. This sounds an awful lot like something I heard 7 years ago. Magnifi's thing like locked us in last time, so let's save before we try it. Okay. Ask what you will. You'll get nothing from me. I'm as much a part of this affair as you are now. I have to know what happened. For 7 long years I have endured. Now, finally the curtains lift on my new golden age. Sorry, I'm texting my mother back. She was asking me how I was doing. All the miracles of our troop within my grasp. It's hard to do this, Valiant. But right now I need answers. I'll start by dropping a bomb. That should shake things up. Valiant, I wouldn't be so sure about those miracles. Not as long as I had this, it's this. And what might that be? I see it bears the Gramery seal. I should have brought this to your attention sooner. But I didn't imagine you'd be planning your comeback quite so fast. What is this? A document showing the true recipient of the performance rights to Magnifi's miracles. What? Zach Gramery. He wrote this? What? He passed everything to his daughter. Trucy Enigma, actually. She's officially my daughter these days. Preposterous! Zach is gone! Vanished into the void! This is the genuine article. Zach was alive when he wrote this. Both myself and the notary can testify to this. Oh, only one rabbit, though. He's not completely thrown off yet. Why? Why does fate toy with me so? Why must my life be lived in the thrall to the dead? You're not the only one with that problem. But he shot Magnifi! Yes, it was Zach! It was! And then he left. My career as a magician fell into darkness. Do you think there might be some way out of it? Say, if you could prove Zach Gramery shot Magnifi, was that why you testified? Yes! My way out. It should have been my way out! Well, it might not be too late, Mr. Valiant. All you need is a way to prove your case. Who really killed Magnifi Gramery? Wait, why is it showing me evidence here? Mr. Hat killed him. What? I don't think I can answer this. Unless, you know, Thalassa just walked in and shot him or something. Or he, like, died beforehand and then the shot was after. I don't think I can answer this. Let's check out the other area that unlocked. At the very least, I know the first lock. Present day?
Eh? Well, what do we have here?
Remember me?
Of course I remember you. Journalist, music attorney, and bar, end quote.
Can I ask what you're doing here?
Mr. Measham was poisoned, and his daughters... Oh, yes, I know. Oh, how I know, yes. It's caused me no end of grief, to be honest. Journalist wishes he tracked down case just a little quicker, end quote.
Were you on the trail of this case the whole time?
Zach Gramery was a good friend.
Zach said something to that effect back at the Borscht Bowl Club.
What a character. What a man. Yet a little... No, a lot. No, extremely rough around the edges.
Do you think I could ask you a few questions?
Oh, you serious? I mean, I'm usually the interviewer, not the interviewee. Journalists ask questions, not the other way around. End quote. Fine, shoot, I don't care. People have been asking me all sorts of things lately.
Okay. Let's chat. He's got 2 magicians listed. Maybe I should show him the locket again to talk about the 3rd. It was tragic what happened to Drew Measham and his daughter.
Forgery is a serious crime, and they paid the price. You know what really did them in, though, don't you?
Yes, a forged diary page.
The night I interviewed him, I found out something about Mr. Measham I hadn't known.
What's that?
You know, he's always felt like he was being watched.
Every day?
For 7 years. Walls have ears, potatoes have eyes, end quote.
Being watched? You mean he felt guilty?
No, I'm not talking about feelings here.
Huh?
You know, I felt watched, too. The whole time I've been on this case, no less. Journalist gets tingling sensation on the back of the neck, freaks out, end quote.
Because you felt guilty?
Why would I feel guilty?
You felt like you were being watched, huh? Wonder what it all means. Oh, we can keep talking about paranoia. Drew Measham felt like he was being watched, and you along with him. You sure it wasn't just nerves?
Nerves? No, it's nothing so mundane. I stopped paying attention to my nerves a long time ago. But I felt it, too. Journalist sure he's being watched, end quote.
Don't you wonder why
Zach Gramery got rubbed out after 7 years? Right after coming into contact with me? He completely vanishes from that courtroom. Then, for 7 years, he talks to no one, not a soul. And just as the remaining time was almost up, he contacts me in order to have this made.
And then he dies.
Trying to put the pieces together, are we?
And you were being watched this whole time?
Maybe not just me. Maybe you were too.
Me? That's an interesting one. You think Gavin's watching us, maybe?
I meant Zach through that case, actually.
You mean the shooting in Magnific Grammary?
No, before that. It's not widely known.
You mean the accident? During the quick draw shoot 'em practice?
You're well informed. You should have seen me back then. I dug out quite the scoop. I wanted it all. Money, fame, women, a little puppy, all for me. I was younger then, and my days and nights smelled of fresher mint than they do now.
That's hard to believe. Alan Grammary did mention one particularly nosy reporter.
In fact, I was on close speaking terms with Magnific Grammary at the time. I knew his daughter, too, of course. Thalassa was it.
Really?
Then Thalassa disappeared. Quite suddenly at that. And Magnific wouldn't say a word about it. Yeah, my evil habit got the better of me. Journalist catches scent of a scoop, goes on feeding frenzy, end quote. I set up a one-on-one interview with Thalassa's husband, see?
Zach Grammary.
Something strange was in the air with Troop Grammary in those days. The whole screwy mentor-controlling disciple scene started by then, I'm guessing. Thalassa, she was part of it all, right? Come on, you can tell me off the record.
Sorry, I don't know.
Anyway, I kept prying, and eventually became friends with Zach. Sure, he punched me once or twice, or 5 times. But over time, he came to see me as his confidant. He's been waiting this whole time. 7 years, eh?
Waiting?
For his big comeback, of course. Big revival of the Magnific Miracle. Of course it was all a dream.
Because of this. The performance rights.
In the absence of any official documents, he was golden. Who's to say the old man didn't give his rights to both Zach and Valen?
So, Valen waited until Zach died. Legally, at least.
The time finally comes and Valen's like a kid on Christmas morning.
He's getting ready for a show at the Sunshine Coliseum, you know?
If that document sees the legal light of day, it's gonna put a big damper on the big show. He's a sorry one, that valiant Grammary. Lost out to his partner at work, and in love, too.
Love?
It's the same old story, really. 2 disciples and their mentor's only daughter. But has 3 sides and all of them pointy. A love triangle.
Huh. That is pretty classic.
When you're in a performing troupe, that's your world. It's like family. One with an entire high school's worth of drama, intrigue, and backstabbing.
And in the middle of all this, Thalassa has Trucy. And then she dies. I need to find out more about this Thalassa. Oh, wow. I think it actually is what I... Hold on. Hey, buddy. You, I guess try this one. Mr. Brushel, do you know this person?
Do I know that person? Of course! I was friends with Zach, after all. He hit me a few times. 5 times, actually. But still, I'd never forget his wife.
Thalassa Grammary. Magnificent Grammary's only daughter. Do you think you can tell me more about her?
Well, why the heck not?
Okay, Mr. Flossy here is actually very useful. Despite his very strange appearance. Like, who brushes their face when they brush their teeth?
Sal. Thalassa married Zach and had Trucy, see? It was her second marriage, actually.
You mean she was divorced? I hadn't heard this one before. Okay, this is new, actually.
Not quite. Her late husband was a performer, too. Apparently, he died during some gig. Tragic, really. They'd only been married 1 year.
I didn't know.
Yeah, but she was a beauty. I still carry a portrait photo of her around, you know.
There we go. That's what I need.
I've known Trucy since she was a little thing, too. She got the better deal, really. She's got you for family, after all.
What do you mean?
Just reminiscing, you know. Thalassa has another child besides Trucy. End quote.
What? But Trucy said she was an only child.
Yeah. This one shared with her previous husband.
Her previous husband? Her first husband who died during a performance?
Yep. They had themselves a kid. Another orphan now. That's another one who slipped through the cracks. No idea where they are now.
Thalassa had another child. Do you think I could borrow that photo?
Sure. I can be generous on occasion, you know.
Wow, they're siblings. I won't need this locket anymore. Better return to Trucy before I forget.
People in events all get tangled together and get bigger and bigger. Don't you think?
I was too busy wondering about Biggerer to listen to what you were saying.
Sometimes you just gotta accept that you won't be able to untangle it all, I think.
Maybe so, but still, I have to do what I can. And I have to tell what I find to those who come next.
Next, you say?
I'm not the one who blows the curtain on this little play. Apparently, that's not my role anymore.
Magnifi. Oh, I was just wondering what Magnifi would think of all this.
What do you mean?
Having you seen it in Trucy? She's got his power.
You mean how I can't lie to Trucy?
It was the same with Magnifi. And with his daughter, Thalassa.
It's a strange thing. You think it's some Grammary gene?
Magnifi told me once, back when Zach married Thalassa. He said Zach had good eyes. But not good like a Grammary's eyes. Not that good.
I wonder if Zach ever played a game of poker with his wife. Who knows what the Grammary secret was?
Maybe nobody, now that Zach's gone.
Zach Grammary. Okay, there we go. We got what we needed, because I was right. There's like a smidgen of bracelet in that locket photo, but not enough. Sprouted from a warp in the Grammary fabric and grew, swallowing everything. Wrapping itself around the Grammary's power. Interesting. Wow, it is... I like didn't recognize Trucy for a second because this entire time we've just had her in like little kid form. I was like, who's that? A power which passed from magnetic grammar to class to the next generation. I once again need to meet the one who bridged it all together. I mean, he's not really the bridge, he's more like... Okay, anyway. Alright, let's go to the Borscht Bowl Club again. Because we can bust this lockout now, I'm pretty damn sure. I like that they drop the hints pretty massively here too. Like the grammary secret. Okay, I'm gonna spam my way through some of this. Okay, Tracy does because she got it from her mom. I think I know what you don't want. Wait, didn't I normally present the locket on this case? Wait, what? It's the gun, right? Yeah, okay, sorry. I don't know why my brain just didn't work. Okay, next we show Apollo. Now, after we get through this, we gotta get to the lock, and then I will stop spamming the button to go forward. Okay, here we go. There's a ring. And this is, it's in the picture. Right there. How did he get it? Actually, I know something. Your marriage to the lasso was her second.
How did you know this?
Her first husband. He died a year after they were wed, yes?
He was a performer. They met when he joined us Grammys as a guest in our show. After Thalasso wed him, she left the troupe for a while. Did you say she had a child then?
I have a photograph of her here. I couldn't help notice what she was wearing when I first saw this. Those bracelets stand out.
They are a Grammy family heirloom.
This boy wears a bracelet just like the ones in the picture.
What? So, that's why.
Why what, Mr. Zack?
I took this photograph of Thalassa before she left us. When she returned, she wore only one bracelet.
I bet I know where that other one went.
She gave it to this boy, her son.
And yet Apollo has no interest in magic. Shame. Absolute shame.
This strange power, I myself do not know from where it comes. Yet the fact is that it is passed down the Grammy line, runs in their veins.
What is it?
I asked her, Thalassa once. This is what she told me. Her power responds to tension in others.
Tension?
If she were to face a person and they became tense, even slightly, then she would know, no matter how hard they tried to hide it from her.
So she could see it.
Not quite. This is the strangest part of it all. She wouldn't realize that she was subconsciously detecting this tension without the use of a particular object. Or in her case, objects.
Object? Wait, were they something she wore?
Yes, her bracelets.
I admit the first time I saw one of those, I thought there was more to it than just fashion. But what kind of a power could a bracelet have?
I have made a decision. I will tell you all I know. Consider it a gift.
Holy shit, look at that! 3 things! Alright, tell me about Trucy and Apollo first. Well, I hardly need you to tell me at this point, but those two
are brother and sister. Yes. And the brother too has this power of theirs.
So Trucy has an older brother.
Wonder what will come of that. Mr. Right. Tonight, after our game is done, I will return to a life of hiding. I will not see her live her life without knowing.
I understand. I'll tell the two of them when the time's right.
I am in your debt, once again.
No kidding. What I want to know is how all this got to be so messed up.
Those bracelets are made of a special alloy. It is said to expand and shrink, very slightly in response to body warmth.
So they're temperature sensitive or something?
Yes. This is how they can shrink to the exact size of their rarest wrist.
And this has something to do with the power.
What have I told you? The grammary power reacts to tension in others. When a grammary senses tension, they too become tense. And this tension translates into minute contractions of the muscles. So minute, they cannot sense it of their own.
The muscles. Oh, so that's what the bracelets are for.
With a bracelet on, one can sense these contractions, because the bracelet is always a perfect fit.
So, when the person they're watching gets tense, the bracelet feels tighter on their wrist.
Precisely.
But that alone doesn't really count as a mind reading.
I believe I understand how the process works from there. It's a simple question of eyesight.
Eyesight? I guess that sounds simple enough.
Have you ever heard of kinetic vision?
Something about the ability to see moving objects with full clarity, right? I've heard of it before. They say athletes can see a moving ball like it was stopped if they focus.
Oh, but it's not confined to sports alone. It all relies on the ability to focus. When we focus, we can see many things. The faintest twitch of the face, and the meaning that lies behind it. Therein lies one of the secrets of magic. One must know the mind of a crowd before one may distract it.
So, basically, what you're saying is the Grammarys can see really well?
For them, seeing is more than believing. It is knowing. Their power relies on eyesight combined with exceptional focus.
Things are starting to come into focus for me too.
Of course, it is difficult to maintain such levels of focus for any length of time. But what if someone could tell you when to focus?
Or something.
Precisely.
But wait, Trucy doesn't have any bracelets.
You are talking about poker, yes. The timing of when to focus is so elementary, she probably does it without thinking. I doubt Trucy herself has realized this. That is all I know of things grammary.
Thank you, Mr. Zack.
If this boy's bracelet is the real thing, then he will use it before long, thereby awakening his power.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, shall we play a game? Ah, I've said so much. Let me say one more. I will tell you of that night.
That night?
The night my mentor, Magnific Grammary, passed from this world to the next. There were 2 pistols and 2 letters sent. This was Magnific's test.
A test?
In his last years, Magnific Grammary worked us to the bone. No, to the pain. But that night I could not shoot him. So I shot the clown's forehead instead. This, it seems, was the correct answer.
Take this. I give my heart to you, Zack.
What? These things are playing along with my show. You shot well tonight, Zack. Though I would not have minded dying by your hand. How could I shoot you? You're my mentor. Ah! Well, you might say that. If I went home without shooting anything, what would you have done then? Then, of course, you would have given Valent his chance. If I shot you in the forehead instead, then it would be over. And if you or Valent were to shoot me in the head, I to the darkness would go, and my art with me. A fitting end, don't you think? Ah, yet this ending too gives me no cause for regret. I thank you, Zack, and I'm sorry. I've done much that was wrong in my day.
It seems to me that Magnific wanted you to be his successor all along. That's why the time he gave you was earlier than Valent's.
Perhaps, but it is not something we will ever know for sure now. I wonder, what is Valent up to these days?
Waiting for you to die. If 7 years pass like this, the performance rights go to him.
Huh. And now here I am, And his dream is ended. It's worse than that, actually. Public opinion's a fickle thing, you know? What? You don't mean to tell me that put the blame for our mentor's death on him? The trial ended when you vanished, Mr. Zack. There were rumors that Valen had helped you pull it off. But that's madness. Well, it seems that before I can once again disappear from this world, I have one more act to perform. Isn't it odd that sorting out my life should prove so complicated? Even though I'm dead. Wait, that's it? You're not gonna give me like a piece of evidence to use to help Valen out? That night, Zack Grammy was killed. He died as Shady Smith, a mysterious traveler with a secret past. But he left one thing behind before he powdered this. Oh, it's the red envelope, right? To whom it may concern, his confession, to use as I saw fit. 7 years passed. I, Zack Grammy, murdered my mentor, Magnificent. I apologize for the troll caused by my sudden departure from court and hereby confess to my crime. Huh. Of course, he killed no one. This was his way of tying up loose ends with his old partner, Valen Grammary. Oh, okay. More forged evidence, then. Or at least lies. Alright, I think we can bust open Sunshine Coliseum now. Because that was the thing we needed. Alright, see, I was thinking that that red envelope was going to have, like, some piece of evidence, like, really prove, like, you definitely did it, you know? Not the opposite. Okay, I've already forgotten. Then I'll start by dropping a bomb. Oh, right, this is the performance rights. And he's like, what the fuck, man? I'm about to do a show. How could you do this, you evil human? And then after we get rid of that, and he pops his bunny out. Okay, yeah, it was Zack, and then he left. And he had no way to prove it. And he's like, it might not be too late, because look, I have this. I believe I have the answer to your prayers right here. Zack Grammary wrote one more thing before passing on. This? But this is a confession! In which he admits to the killing of Magnific Grammary. See? All according to your plan. I am a magician by trade. Deception is my life's work. I fool the audience, give them a fleeting dream. Yet, it seems the tables have turned. Now I am the audience, believing in the deceptions I have wrought upon myself. Zack wrote this right in front of me, after I explained your situation to him. Oh my god! Oh my god, that's something I haven't said in a while. You do know that this confession is nothing but lies. Yes, it's my opinion that Zack Grammary killed no one. Then you must be thinking the truth is a simple matter of elimination. Two received instructions to kill, but if one is innocent, then the one who remains is guilty. That would be the logical conclusion. Yeah. So he vanished to protect me, his partner. A stirring tale, 'tis true. Did you shoot Magnific Grammary in the forehead? If I had, and I told you, what would you do? Run to the police, perchance. Do as you will, there's nothing left for me now. It is true, after all. I have little talent. I needed my mentor, Magnific's repertoire. It was as if a little demon grabbed hold of me. I knew it. So Valen Grammary did kill the great Magnifi. Oh, so sorry, Mr. Wright. But it was not I who shot my mentor. What? But if it wasn't you, then who was it? There wasn't another disciple, was there? Another disciple, such as, I don't know, Knack and Talent Grammary, maybe? Your wild fantasies couldn't be further from the truth. Only Zack and Valent received those threatening letters. But there was another. One more person who could have fired that pistol that night. I don't suppose you figured it out by now.
If it wasn't Zack or Valent who shot Magnifi, then it had to be the only other person at the scene. Which means... Wait. You don't mean...
Yes. The great Magnifi Gramarye himself.
Oh, I thought they were going to say the doctor. So, Magnifi Gramarye committed suicide?
You find it hard to believe.
To be honest, I hadn't even imagined it as a possibility.
When I arrived that night, the old man was still alive. He appeared to be asleep. I could not shoot him. But when I turned and made to leave the room, the old man called out to me.
So you spoke with Magnifi Gramarye?
Yes, and this is why I knew what he had done. Magnifi transferred the rights to his repertoire to my partner, Zack Gramarye, not me.
I see. Then I guess I owe you an apology. I always thought you were the one who did it.
You owe me no apology.
Huh?
My crime was, in a way, more serious than that of murder.
What? Your crime? Is Valent Gramarye confessing something to me? What could be more serious than murder? Assistant suicide? Is he gonna tell us that all of Canada is the devil? Because he might not be wrong.
You see, I knew that 2 letters had been sent. There are no secrets between partners. It was easy to find out. That was when I understood Magnifi's plan. He wanted to die by one of your hands. Little did I expect it had anything to do with the rights to his repertoire. That was when I heard it. The little demon whispering inside my heart.
The demon?
Let me confess, I had intended to shoot Magnifi. And I planned on framing my partner for the crime.
What?
That night, I prepared something before going to Magnifi's hospital room.
Which was?
IV fluid, of course. I'd seen it on an earlier visit. If Zack did not shoot, I would do the deed. Then, I would use the IV liquid to place the murder on his hands. That was my plan.
But you didn't shoot him.
I could not. The demon in my heart fled when the moment came. But then, Magnifi called me back. I am sorry, Valent. I'm giving my magic to Zack, not you. You still lack the draw he has. Please, help him if you can. I left the room, and then I stopped. The shock of what I had just been told consumed me. That is when I heard that fateful gunshot.
Magnifi Gramarye killing himself.
Then the demon awoke anew within me. Zack killed him. He was the one. Frame him and the magic will be yours. I altered the scene of his suicide. I took the pistol from his hand, wiped off the prints. Then I used the syringe that had the IV liquid I brought.
So, in the end, things happened pretty much as planned. Magnifi died, and you framed Zack for his murder.
As planned, indeed. Of course, the outcome was somewhat different than I had anticipated. Well, what do you think? Do you believe my story? Can it be believed, truly?
That was 7 years ago. I don't know what to believe, but...
Yes?
I'm glad I heard it from you, Mr. Valent. Thank you.
It is I who should be thanking you, Mr. Wright. Only when I had lost everything could I make my decision.
You're gonna turn yourself in?
My partner may have vanished, but not so my guilt. And as my guilt stays, all else begins to leave me. My friends, my performance rights, my magic. I've had enough of vanishing acts.
I understand.
I thought my life was ruled by a dead man. But I find I was wrong. Zack Gramarye was alive.
Well, not anymore.
And now it occurs to me. What if he was not the only one who survived?
What do you mean?
You see, now that I think about it, I realize that we never saw proof of her demise. We never saw her body.
Her?
The mind races and the mouth flaps on. My apologies. Forget this matter. I had only hoped that the day will come when I again meet my partner, Zach Kramery. Then, I shall apologize for my terrible mistake. I am glad we had the chance to talk. Thank you.
Zach Kramery. Shady Smith. Whichever name you prefer, is no longer with us. The truth revealed in that trial was only a sliver. The impenetrable darkness that remained has taken into their life. I knew what I'd have to do to push back the darkness for good. While paying that man a visit. Hi, your mom. How's it going? Happy Monday. All right, last part of the Mason system here.
Sorry, sir. Prisoner Christoph Gavin is currently occupied.
I see. Do you know when he'll be finished?
Well,
Could you go find out?
certainly, sir. Please wait here a moment.
My apologies to the guard, but there's something I need to see. Okay. Is it what's inside this envelope? There it is. Oh, I was right. The yellow envelope. And the sender is Drew Measham. I was right.
When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Measham was at his desk. He seemed to be writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope. It was a yellow envelope. I heard it was left at the crime scene.
If this is the last letter that Drew Measham wrote, there's something I need to do. The last thing I need to do, in fact. Here goes. Let's see if this Acronym spray finds anything. Put it on the stamp, I guess.
Ho ho ho, I was right.
So this was Drew Measham's messenger of death. It was the stamp, all right. No mistaking it. And his last letter was sent to Christoph Gavin. The interviewer request came. Oh, I guess. Gotcha. Well, this is Drew Measham, so.
The interview request came, like you said it would, and they're looking into the case. I swear on my life I won't tell them about you, so please, release the spell you put on my daughter. I'll write later with a report.
Decisive evidence. What's this? A burglar in jail. Gavin, I didn't know you moonlighted in larceny, right? Gavin, there's something I have to ask you. Can I steal your stuff? The answer is no. My apologies, but there's not much I care to discuss. Vera Measham hasn't received a verdict yet. You follow me, Gavin? There are no known survivors of atropine poisoning, but it never hurts to hope. Okay. I'll be leaving now then. Right. Wait. Yeah, Gavin. Would you mind leaving that letter? It's private. Oh, sorry. Forgot I had it. Many thanks. Whoa. Into the eyeball machine. What? Wait, he has a camera in his hat? We've now seen all the clues in this case. Clues I gathered over 7 long years. Now it's time. Every story has an ending. Come to the final chapter. The final trial. Find the truth. You're the only one who can. Oh, okay. The man has a GoPro hat. To be continued. Bum, bum, bum. Whew. Oh man, I hate it when it ends like this. Wait, where am I now? Am I in the trial or? Oh shoot. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't. I meant to check the thing if it said that it was a like trial or something different. I assume it's a trial though, and I also kind of assume that it's the last part, but I do also kind of feel it's gonna be a while. So I don't really want to do this tonight. How do I can't get out of this. Okay, hold on. Well, I'll read it at least until I can get to a save point, and then we'll just kick it off from there next time. Alright, welcome to court. 7 years, all leading to one verdict. A verdict which you must decide. Is the defendant, Zeramishim, innocent or guilty? The courtroom doors are opening. The trial awaits. Are you ready to begin? Preparations complete. Something inside me, rising, surfacing. Oh, this is Vera saying this probably. Is she growing a conscience? Oh, right, the devil. What is she called? Something important. Lost Lana Cove. Close now. So close. October 9th, 10 a.m.
Court is now in session for the trial of Zeramishim. Except that it's not, because we're not going to go today. Because this is, I imagine, going to take a very long time.
How come it says day 2? Is it really only day 2? Really? Wait, how's it day 2? I thought we were on the 3rd day. Or... Wait, what? Okay, well, It's fine. Don't worry about it. So I assume that this is the last part of the case, and historically speaking, Ace Attorney games, their last parts are like always longer than I expect them to be. So I don't really want to do it tonight, like I said. So we'll give it like a full stream next time. So Wednesday, we'll do that. Tomorrow is Tuesday, and for the past, I don't know, the past 7-8 weeks or so, my friend and I have done co-op Tuesdays for that, but we don't have a co-op game planned for tomorrow because we finished off the one we were playing. So there's a couple other things that I was thinking about doing. I did get, where is it? Not Call of Cthulhu. Where are they? Sorry, I'm trying to find the list of games. I have a note here somewhere. I got 2 games, and one of them seemed like it might be a good one to check out as a as a random stream. So where do I put that? Not Scorn. Not Destroy Humans. So it was a different game. Shoot. Well, anyway, I'll figure it out. But there was a game that I was intrigued by that I was gonna give it a shot. I'm blanking on what it was, but tomorrow I will play a game, probably, or I might program. We'll see, but probably play a game, and it will be great and fun and lovely. And I really wish I could remember what it was, because it's gonna bother me, and it's gonna be real unfortunate if I keep trying to think of what it is, and then don't remember by the time that we get to it. So I hope you all have a good rest of your day, rest of your night, whatever time, wherever you are, and I'll see you later. So bye for now, everyone.